Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm back, at least for now. I am going, first off, I'm going to scoot up, making sure you guys can hear me good. And we're going to play a little more. Uh, gonna play a little more. Treasure in the Royal Tower. I did some research off the books. We're gonna load the saved game, and it seems to be leading toward. This is just my personal opinion. Based on what I know, looks like
it's locked. I'm gonna see all the elevator places. Yes, it will. I've got reading. Surely that's. Of course, it's been. The attic's been empty for years now. Always echo in vain. Oh, how I miss you. One time, son. Anger's dissolved into. I still don't know why you ordered my wallet. The money could hardly have hurt. That $50 I'd have given you twice. But instead, my poor heart shattered. Only I could, if only I could find you, we'd patch it all up, talk through it, as dad and son should. Perhaps you may only test my love. Perhaps felt misunderstood. I want I want you to know that your old bygones are bygone with me. So I've left you one keepsake. Remember me. So you'll just be delighted. You'll sure be delighted to see. Go out in the garden, my old thinking spot, my visage in hours of dread. Your book charm is stashed where no stranger should look, in the back of my old aw. This is Dexter Hoof. However, as much as we want to give it to him, I kind of want to give it to him. I do. Um, why is this? Why are these butterflies beetles? Actually, oh, oh no, he was good. He was very good. Certificate of service. Oh my. He has certificate of merit, citizenship. Certificate of service. Oh. Six, Lingby. Oh. He was bad, he was worried. Oh. Six. Dear Ezra, I have changed your will concerning the direction you give me. Dexter will have no recourse to inherit Whitford Castle, any of your estate, or your finance. Further, so he has good reason to not. Dexter now. But is he? Here's the thing. Is he a son that is trying to make amends for his ways, or is he a son that is warned?
Hello?
Hi again.
Hey, Nancy. How's the case coming along?
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
Gee, Nancy, maybe you should see if Hotchkiss has polished off those drumsticks so she can tell you about the robbery.
Ah, okay. That will be.
Bye, Ned.
Bye.
That'll be our next task. See, that phone really does help. And after a couple of days, she's surely polished up those drumsticks. Oh, I'd hate to.
Is that you, Brandy? Oh, I'm glad you're here. At the moment, my theory is rising like a magnificent souffle. I need to collect a few more ingredients, if you will, but it's a delicate situation. If I leave my room even for a moment, I fear the souffle will come crashing down in a heap.
What can I do for you?
What do you need me for, Professor?
What I need is some information about the castle. Hard numbers. I've come to the conclusion that you are an enterprising and faithful soul. Therefore, I have decided to entrust you with this important mission. Who knows? If you succeed, I might whisk you away from the hotel business to be my personal research assistant.
Well, Professor Hotchkiss, I'm not actually in the hotel business, but I'd love to help.
Marvelous! Here's what I need to know. How old was Marie Antoinette when she married King Louis? I'll be very eager to hear what you come up with. But please, don't disturb me unless you have the answer.
I know where to find this. I know where to find this. We go in the. It was telling me to talk to what's her face, research that I did. So I'm glad to find out that. Okay, here it is. Marie Antoinette was the youngest daughter. It says she was a young teenager. $17.75. So you have to do a little bit of math here. So here's the deal. If you happen to be playing along at home, here's where we gotta do the math. And you gotta do basic math here. Because she was born on November 2nd, 1755. So calculator. And so she was 15. It doesn't say that, but she was either 15 or 14 or 16. 15, 14, or 16. But we're going to go with 15 because surely they're not going to make us do too much in the way of speculation. This is, after all, a kids' game. Why am I playing it if it's a kids' game? Because I played it and I never made it through, and
Yes, did you find the information I asked you for?
Sure did.
Good, but I need you to write it down so I don't forget. Thank you. Let me do some calculations to see if this is correct. Eureka! If there's one thing I like in a young person, it's ingenuity. Now, I've got work to do. Time to stir the cauldron and stoke the fire. But if you'd like to talk, I'll be holding office hours in the lobby between 3 and 6 a.m. Meet me then.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna actually get to talk to the professor herself. And we're gonna set this for 3 a.m. Nope, we're going to 3 a.m. So we're gonna sleep for 3 hours. And this is gonna be the biggest.
Nancy, dear, welcome to the witching hour. Isn't it marvelous to be up and about when others are sound asleep? I find my brainwaves are at their most powerful during this time.
Yes, I happen to do some of my best work in the middle of the night, too. So, tell me, Professor, what is this theory you're working on?
Well, you probably know by now that I'm a scholar of French history. My specialty is Marie Antoinette. Oh, poor Marie, the most misunderstood queen of the 18th century. Marie used to visit the very tower that now belongs to this castle. I'm convinced that this place holds evidence that will forever change the way the world views Marie. But the walls have ears, so I'd rather not say any more right now. Oh, if you're really interested, why don't you go up to my room and have a look around yourself? You've been such a great help to me, almost like an apprentice. Oh, I've always wanted an apprentice.
Wow, Professor, that's really generous of you. I'd love to learn more about your work, but are you sure you don't mind?
I insist! Your mind is like a ravenous monkey gobbling up every banana in its path. Oh, how can I stand in the way? Here's my extra pass key. I get back to work at 6 a.m. sharp, so just make sure you vacate the premises by 5:59. And put things back where you find them. It's all scientifically organized in there.
What did you mean when you said Marie Antoinette was misunderstood?
Everyone thought Marie did nothing but spend France's money on jewels and fancy soap for herself, while her people were starving. History books have upheld the myth that she was just a spoiled and heartless brat, but I don't believe it.
Why not?
I believe that she's been the victim of vicious rumors and lazy historians for too long, and that if the real story could be told, people would realize that Marie Antoinette was actually a good woman who wanted to help her people but didn't know how.
Do you know anything about a tiara that was given to Marie Antoinette?
The infamous tiara, of course! Oh, people thought Marie had this extravagant piece commissioned for herself, and they hated her for it. But really, it was her husband, King Louis XVI, who had it made for her birthday. Oh, she didn't want it, refused to wear it, and then, a few months before the revolution broke out, the tiara disappeared.
What
do you mean it disappeared?
It was never found. There were rumors that she had it destroyed, but no one has ever been able to prove this.
Oh my. We gotta get a look at that room.
See you soon.
Goodbye.
we didn't get to ask her much about the robbery. But it's more important that we have information theory as a whole. And we are going to go looking at the room itself. And I'm going to go through every little bit with you guys. Because this is where it gets boring if you don't have proper, like if I just hold it up. I'm not seeing a lot. Oh my. Dude. Here's Thea. What marvelous news of your progress. I'm sure you're on to important with the medallion and stained glass window. Put a pin in that stained glass window, but I think the significance of the medallion must go beyond. I've looked through my family letters, and it seems that when Marie Antoinette gave Helga the First, my great great aunt, the truth that she hoped it would heal the wounds of France. Helga urged her to explain the great truth, but this was all that Marie would divulge. Hard and ugly at first, but eventually its hardness thing of eternal beauty. B, you must find the meaning of this. Our cold friend, I hope. So it looks like she's searching for the true matter. I'm not saying that completely innocent, but I don't think her motives are completely unpure. But the thing about it is, too, we've got to look at, and you guys who are watching this, who do you think is guilty in this whole charade, as things would be?
Testing? Can anyone hear me? Hotch kiss to Earth. Come in, Earth. Oh, okay. I think we're rolling. Now, let's get a look at these hallways. So rich in detail. You'd never know this place was built in 1920. It's all so 18th C. Oh, and there's Marie. I feel so close to her, just being here. It's as if her spirit is in the air, sweet as the smell of fried chicken.
She was startled by something. So we know that
Something's missing here.
battery on. As soon as we leave this area, we won't be able to come back, I don't think. Okay, so I've done everything I can here. I think. Right now. Apparently we do get to go back as soon as we find some other stuff. I'm doing this because I want to make sure that I don't get stuck. You know what? Just in case, because I've done this sort of thing before. Tried. Actually, I'm going to save this. Save it here. There we go. And now we can hop back in here if we forget something. And we're going to continue from where we're at. But everything is back where we got it. For a couple. Let's see if we can ask any other questions about whatever. Because surely she's still gonna be there. It didn't take very long.
Hello, my fellow night owl. Or perhaps I should say hoot hoot. Ooh. Did you find anything of interest in my room?
I did pop in there, though interesting doesn't begin to describe the place. Would you mind if I went back another time?
Of course not. Pop in all you like, just not when I'm working.
I saw a letter on your desk from your friend, the Baroness von Hanseldorf, and I'm just wondering, did the medallion she gave you have a blue stone in it by any chance?
Heavens, no! Where did you hear such a thing? My medallion had a green stone in it. Anything else would be a mere imposter, a flaming faker, do you hear me?
What do you think of Lisa Ostrom?
That Leslie, yes, oh, real dynamo, but... oh, I told Chester that I would not require any maid service during my stay. I don't know why she didn't get the message.
Ooh. Very interesting indeed. Oh,
See
this
you
is
soon.
gonna be
Goodbye.
very crazy. He's committing.
Yes, dear?
See you soon.
Goodbye.
This is very crazy and interesting. We've got issues. However, we've got 2 out of 3. So we have all the back in her room. She's so it's quite possible Leslie committed the robbery, and it's possible she planted the blue stone medallion on the professor after stealing the grain. Because I'm gonna be honest, I smell a rat. A dirty, dirty, rotten rat. Something's rotten in Denmark with that Leslie individual.
Hello?
Hi again.
Hey, Nancy. How's the case coming along?
How do you think Professor Hotchkiss ended up with Marie Antoinette's green medallion?
It sounds like Marie gave the medallion to the family of that Baroness Helga in Austria. Maybe Helga gave it to Hotchkiss when they became friends in order to help with her research.
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
Maybe you should talk to Lisa and see what she's been up to.
Okay. That's exactly what I'm
Bye,
gonna do.
Ned.
Keep me posted.
I thought that's what we'd be up to. However, I think I've got to... It's 6:45 a.m. I'll sleep till 8. Because that's when everybody's down that road.
Hey there, Nancy.
So, did you grow up around here?
You could say that.
Did you know the original owner, Ezra Wickford, when he lived here?
You could say that.
Did you know him well?
They call it the past for a reason, okay? Because it's over.
You've been holding out on me, Mr. Egan. I read in an old issue of the Daily Telegraph that you grew up here, right in this castle.
All right. I did live here for a few years, once upon a time. I was an orphan until Ezra Wickford came along and adopted me. But I left the castle when I was 16, and I never saw him again. That's the story, all right?
But why did you leave?
Some things can't be explained, kid. It was a long time ago, and nothing can change it now.
So, do you know if Ezra Wickford had a place where he liked to go and think? Some place he thought of as a refuge?
There was a private area of the garden. Yeah. The entrance was hidden, so no one could bother him there.
Were you allowed to go out there?
Once in a while he'd bring me out there and teach me about his favorite flowers, but that was like 100 years ago.
I got across the pit, but I'm stuck at the bottom of the tower stairs.
I can help you, but we shouldn't talk about it now. Not here. Call me later.
Okay. See ya, Mr. Egan.
Bye, kiddo.
got sound of, like, let's see if we got, because we still can't figure out what Lisa's doing. How do I, you know, it's um let's see if we can under.
Look, keep the stupid medallion. It's yours.
Okay. So you don't want to know that we found it, or are you just assuming that I stole it? You know what? I want to know. I want to know. I really do. I've always wanted to. I kind of want to know. If I do this, I get a reaction. I did not. Yeah, gummit. I wanted to know. Let me see one more time. Figure out. Lisa. If we can find. Because it tells me to go talk to Lisa. I'm telling you, I think Lisa in the love of it. You know what? Let's see if yeah, if that's a side that we need. Just like before, I was constantly going down the wrong side. I'm going to talk to George and then I'm gonna call it a night.
Hello?
Hi again.
Hey, Nancy. How's the case coming along?
I'm trying to decide what to do next. Any thoughts?
Maybe you should talk to Lisa and see what she's been up to.
Bye, Ned.
Bye.
I didn't try to do it. See what they got me.
Hello?
Hi, George.
Hey, Nancy. What's the latest?
That ventilation duct in the elevator shaft? It leads to the library.
I knew it! So you got inside?
Did the vandal do a lot of damage?
It was a mess in there, all right. The vandal even clawed a big hole in one of the walls. He, or she, must have been desperate to find something.
Like what?
I don't know. Before I could really investigate, Dexter came in.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
I hid back in the duct. He was looking for something, and then he left.
Well, that sounds awfully suspicious. Didn't he say he didn't want anything touched until the police came?
Right, I know.
Wow. I wonder what everyone is looking for.
Maybe one of the books in the library contains a secret code.
Or a treasure map.
Or maybe I'm too late. Maybe the vandal already found it. Whatever it was.
Apparently old Dexter doesn't think so.
Get this. I found a secret room in the library.
Secret room?
It looks like it was Ezra Wickford's study. Would you believe that Dexter Egan was Wickford's adopted son once upon a time? Until Wickford disowned him?
Why was Dexter disowned?
He was convicted of a felony, counterfeiting. I guess Wickford didn't want any more to do with him after that.
Well, that's a checkered past if I ever heard of one. Wonder what he's doing back at the castle.
Maybe he wants revenge.
Revenge on who? Wickford's dead.
It's not logical, George. It's revenge.
Wickford wrote Dexter a farewell poem before he died.
The inventor of chocolate milk was a poet, too?
Yum. I could write a poem or two about chocolate milk.
It says that he hid some sort of luck charm for Dexter to find.
Where?
Something about his old thinking spot somewhere out in the garden. Funny, but I didn't see any garden when I came in.
Well, you can't exactly tiptoe through the tulips when they're buried under 6 feet of snow.
Never mind my cheeky cousin over there, Nancy. When the storm passes, you should go out and see what you can find.
I've been doing some research on Marie Antoinette.
Find anything interesting?
Apparently, Marie Antoinette was once given an extravagant tiara with a ruby, a sapphire, an emerald, and a humongous diamond in it. But she hated it and refused to wear it.
Who ever heard of a queen who hated jewels?
What's even weirder is that before she was executed, the tiara just disappeared. Nobody has ever found it.
Maybe it's somewhere right in Wickford Castle. And that's what the vandal tore the library apart looking for.
Or it could be the old childhood luck charm Wickford mentioned in the poem. Maybe that's what you saw Dexter hunting for.
Who ever heard of a kid carrying around a bazillion-dollar tiara for good luck?
This is so weird. I found the blue medallion from Jacques' locker in Hotchkiss's room. But she says her medallion had a green stone.
Wow, Nancy. Sounds like you need a personal medallion assistant just to keep track.
You're not kidding. But does this mean that Hotchkiss is the one who conked me over the head? Do you think I should return Jacques' medallion to him?
For now, you should keep all of your discoveries to yourself, Nancy.
Except tell us everything, of course.
I found Ezra Wickford's secret garden. You'll never guess what Dexter's boyhood luck charm was.
A rabbit's foot?
A little green leprechaun?
Guess again. A medallion with a red stone in it. Do you think I should give it back to Dexter?
Oh yeah, like honesty is the best policy with creepy convicts?
I think George is politely trying to say that you should find out what the medallion's for before you breathe a word of it to anyone. You'll probably need it to solve this mystery.
Help! I'm a little stuck.
Maybe you should talk to Lisa and see what she's been up to.
Help! I'm a little stuck.
Maybe you should talk to Lisa and see what she's been up to.
Okay. How do I...
Okay, you two. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye!
Welcome to the voicemail system. Please press 0 to retrieve messages. To leave the system, please press 3. First message.
Yeah, Miss Drew. This is Dexter at the front desk. Can you come down when you're feeling better? I need to talk to you for a minute. Thanks.
To go to the next message, press 2. To leave the system, please press 3. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay, so... I'm gonna try one more time to find Lisa. Because... after this is all over, do we give them back to who? That's what I want to know. Because
Glad you came down to talk. Get this. I saw Dexter walking out to the maintenance shack with this, green ornament thing in his hand. He's up to something, right? Maybe you should check it out.
If you're so interested, why don't you go check it out yourself?
I'd love to, but I really should get to work on my article.
What do you know about Jacques Brunet?
Didn't you watch the last Winter Olympics? He's France's big cheese of skiing. He holds the record for the 500-meter slalom, but he totally choked at the games. I guess he's washed up now, but at least his looks haven't gone down the tubes.
So tell me more about the life of a photojournalist. It must be very glamorous at times.
Well, there's nothing glamorous about the pay, I can tell you that much.
There was a little mix-up with the lockers, and I accidentally opened yours.
Yeah, and?
Well, I was kind of confused. I was just trying to see whose stuff was in there, and I found a bunch of IDs in your bag. They all had your picture and other people's names on them.
A savvy photojournalist always carries a couple of alternate identities, Nancy. When you're working under deadline, you don't always have time to play by the rules. I'm sure you know what I mean.
Does your job take you to exotic, far-off places?
Well, there is a lot of travel. Too bad I'm so useless with foreign languages.
Did you know Professor Hotchkiss published a book on Marie Antoinette?
Yeah, I looked her up on the internet. The critics panned the book. Looks like other historians think she's a real quack.
I'm dying to find a way into that tower. Where do they usually hide the secret entrances in weird old Midwestern mansions?
I guess I should know, shouldn't I? Too bad most of the places I've covered aren't any weirder than imitation butter. I wish you'd hurry up and find it, though, so we can check it out.
I'll let you get back to your magazine.
Later, Nancy.
So, that being said, we will have found all 3 medallions after this. And that also means, I think, we'll be getting close to the end of this. But with all that being said, I think I'm gonna end this episode here because I feel like after we acquire the green medallion, we're gonna have to go into that tower, and that's gonna be the last of the game. So we'll probably only have one more episode to do. So I'm gonna save this here, I believe. Save it on try 2. Done. And I'm gonna exit the game. And I am gonna call, like I said, this episode here. And I'm going to say, as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let me know what I can do to make your stay here a little more bright. What new games would you like to see me play? What things would you like to see me do? Are you enjoying anything in particular? Let me know in the comment section down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. Share this out with your friends. Thank you guys, and I'm gonna call it a night, so have a good evening. I'll see you next time.